We're now going to start Act 2 with a wonderful show, and as we just said, I'm sitting there next to them and said, oh, this is a grown-up song. Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of The Phantom of the Opera. some more songs. We have on guitar Craig Mather, and we have Scott Garnham singing A Winter's Tale.
I need to apologise for my attire, first of all. I got an email this week saying that the dress code was black, red and sparkly. And I only own one thing that's sparkly, and it's a green scarf with sequins that my uncle bought me, and my great-uncle, 2 Christmases ago. Because one, I work in musical theatre, so he naturally assumes that I'm gay. And he's from Grimsby, so he assumes that that's what gay men wear. So, yeah. So I went for the check shirt, which I hope you enjoy as much as this song. The nights are colder now. Maybe I should close the door. And anyway, the snow has covered all your footsteps, and I can follow you no more. The fire still burns at night. My memories are warm and clear. I hope that love and strength is with you for the length of this time of year. It was only a winter's tale, just another winter's tale. And why should the world take notice of one more love that's failed? It's a love that can never be, though it meant a lot to you and me. On a worldwide scale, we're just another winter's tale. The fire still burns at night. My memories are warm and clear. And although that I know is love and in the snow, I wish you were here. Good luck, I wish you well, for all that wishes may be worth. I pray that love and strength is with you for the length of your time on earth. It was only a winter's tale, just another winter's tale. And why should the world take notice of one more love that's failed? It's a love that can never be, though it meant a lot to you and me. On a worldwide scale, we're just another winter's tale. It was only a winter's tale, just another winter's tale. And why should the world take notice? Because just one love failed. It's a love that can never be, though it meant so much to me. And on a worldwide scale, we're just another winter's tale. On a worldwide scale, we're just another winter's tale.
Scott, who is currently in Les Mis. Now it's time once again to hear from our stars of the future, the Royal Academy of Music. Christmas to me is always about family, getting together, eating too much, drinking too much, and watching some really, really good television. It's a shame that doesn't exist anymore. Some good television, but not like a few years ago. Now, there was a Christmas, I remember sitting around with my family watching To the Manor Born. As far as I'm concerned, they just don't make shows like that anymore. And they don't have stars like this man. And I am so thrilled to be able to introduce Mr. Peter Bowles.
Gabby, you gave your age away. Well, first of all, I'd like to say how thrilled I am to have been asked to appear with so many wonderful young performers. I'm really thrilled. This is, if I can see it, yes. This is John Betjeman's poem called Christmas. The bells of waiting Advent ring, the tortoise stove is lit again, and lamp oil light across the night has caught the streaks of winter rain in many a stained glass window sheen, from Crimson Lake to Hooker's Green. The holly in the windy hedge, and round the manor house the yew, will soon be stripped to deck the ledge, the altar, font, and arch and pew, so that the villagers can say, the church looks nice on Christmas Day. Provincial public houses blaze, corporation tramcars clang. On lighted tenements I gaze where paper decorations hang, and bunting in the red town hall says, Merry Christmas to you all. And London shops on Christmas Eve are strung with silver bells and flowers, as hurrying clerks the city leave to pigeon-haunted classic towers, and marbled clouds go scudding by the many-steepled London sky. And girls in slacks remember Dad, and oafish louts remember Mum. And sleepless children's hearts are glad, and Christmas morning bells say, come, even to the shining ones who dwell safe in the Dorchester Hotel. And is it true, this most tremendous tale of all, seen in a stained glass window's hue, a baby in an ox's stall, the maker of the stars and sea become a child on earth for me? And is it true? For if it is, no loving fingers tying strings around those tissued fripperies, the sweet and silly Christmas things, bath salts and inexpensive scent, and hideous tie so kindly meant. No love that in a family dwells, no caroling in frosty air, nor all the steeple shaking bells can with this single truth compare, that God was man in Palestine and lives today in bread and wine.
Thank you very much. Absolutely wonderful. Peter Bowles, thank you so much for that. Now, I'm just going to remind you again, if you haven't done it already, if you want to text MAD, that's M-A-D, to 70007, then you're going to be giving this fantastic charity £3. If you don't do it now and you haven't done it before, could you do it at the end of the evening? That would be great. Thank you very much. Now, It was Christmas with the in-laws, and it's now Christmas Eve. He's back for more. Kieren Brown and the Musical Theatre Academy.
I was told the tale of a savior boy and the promise he was bringing. It was the night before the glorious dawn when angels all were singing. The star that shone on Bethlehem, virgin birth, and the miracle of simple love that promised peace on earth. The glory of that Christmas Eve, when as a child I still believed in one night changed the world. But those days now are memories. Silver bells were ringing when candles lit the window panes, and everyone was singing. I rushed through the city streets, looking for a reason for what happened to that time of year. Was it just another season? And I thought, where is Christmas Eve? I found it hard to still believe. Had we lost meaning? Snow was falling all around, and I wondered at its glory. I passed right by a broken man, and I thought, what is his story? I knelt down on one knee, and as I caught his eye, he looked at me so tenderly, and then I realized that this was his Christmas Eve. In his eyes I found serenity, and the truth that I had lost. I asked him if he'd walk with me, share a Christmas with my family. He looked at me and cried. We were told the tale of a savior boy, blessings we were given. From our Lord's house the bells rang out, and everyone was singing.
Thank you, that was lovely. Now, I'm going to admit something else to you all now. I have a big girl crush on the next lady. Like, big. This girl's legs come to here, and I'm not I promise. Her voice is... No, she hates me saying all of this. Also, she does a phenomenal amount for charity. I'm introducing her at all sorts of charity things, and I honestly have a girl crush on you. And I'm going to admit it, I don't care who knows. You're gorgeous. And of course, it's Hannah Waddingham.
brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. The thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. On your knees, oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine, oh, night divine.
Holy night, the stars are brightly shining.
Shining of our dear Savior's birth.
Long lay the
Long lay the
world
till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. The thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious on your knees. For hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine, when Christ was born. Yeah, night divine. Oh, night divine. Oh, night divine.
Now you see what I mean. Legs, voice, Hannah Waddingham. West End does Eurovision with something that I did for the first time in April. Oh my word. There's a night. It's happening again next April, April the 26th. It's a bigger venue. We've got 1,000 more seats to sell. So if you know anybody who'd like to come along, please come along. I think I'm doing it again this year. I've sort of said yes. Oh, it's an extraordinary night, and if you've never been, I promise you it's worth it. Now, this year, and I know the cast of many of the shows were involved, but they've all been saying to me the same thing. There was one show that did a number. It was the first time that actors, not musical theatre, did the show. And 39 Steps did a number that was fantastic. So they're here for more tonight. I hope they're going to be back in April as well. I'll do it if they're going to be there. The 39 Steps.
We've written a Christmas poem, and we'd like all your help, we'd like your participation, because we've sprinkled the names of West End shows throughout the poems. So what we'd like you to do is, when you hear the name of a West End show, will you please give a lovely, loud Christmas cheer. Will you do that? Yeah! Great. Okay. So are you all ready? Yeah. Great. And this is the night before closing. With the 39 steps players. Take it away, Steph.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the town the theatres were closing. But Scrooge didn't frown.
Ah, humbug!
He said in his usual way,
I'm glad they're closing. It's made my day. The theatre is wicked. You're on it, brilliant. The theatre is coarse. I've shouted about it till my voice wore hoarse.
Then that night to old Scrooge, a ghost did appear. Ebenezer, his face contorted with fear, cried,
Mamma mia! What are you doing here?
The spectre replied in a very low voice,
As I, Jacob Marley, here to give you a choice. Your cellar is empty, your cupboard is bare, there's not even cheese on the mousetrap. Why are you so mean and callous and cruel? Be less miserable. Don't be such a fool. You must show some kindness to your fellow men. Why not support the railway children?
The ghost went on and said,
You are lazy. You should travel the world whilst driving Miss Daisy. Start with Chicago. See the boys down in Jersey. The Rat Pack in Vegas. Hear a backbeat in Mersey.
Oh, stop it!
said Scrooge with a petulant stomp.
This isn't a musical, thriller, or romp. Push off! Thank you. Push off. Get out! Theatre, humbug, bar. Leave me be, you phantom of the opera. And besides, you've closed. I shan't believe my eyes.
No, no, no!
Roared the ghost.
That's love never dies. Anyway, I'm not the Phantom. Shrek. Or Woman in Black. I'm here to help you get your life back on track. Think of all the joy you could bring with your cash. The shows you'd produce, the films you'd rehash. We were blood brothers once. Angels beyond compare. Now you're a man with two governors. Misery and despair. So tonight... Not quite. I don't know that one.
Thank you, colleagues.
So tonight you'll be visited by spirits thrice, and I don't mean Lloyd Webber, Cameron, or Rice. The first from the past, Matilda. That's her name. She'll teach you a lesson to step up your game.
With that, Marley vanished straight through the wall, with all the fair grace of a young Michael Ball.
Then a window shattered with a crash.
Last, sorry,
said the ghost.
I think there's broken glass.
The clock struck 1. And light filled the room, and the first of the spectres appeared in the gloom.
I'm the first of the 3 to whisk you from here. Take hold of my hand, there's nothing to fear. Put on a hat, a gown, a slipper or two. For what you will witness, we will rock you.
Then... Thank you. Then Scrooge, he piped up, roared like a lion king.
Clear enough, is it? Yes, all right, I'll come. Will it cost anything?
The ghost took his hand and they flew through the night.
They sure must have looked an incredible sight.
They shot over Big Ben, that rock of ages.
Swoop lower!
No one understood. That was supposed to be Big Ben, just to clarify that channel.
Swoop lower.
Said Scrooge.
I pay that man's wages.
Hey, look out! Watch it! Will you please mind my head?
Of course, yes, Prime Minister. Sorry.
Scrooge said,
They raced on ahead, up Shaftesbury Avenue.
startling a copper.
Oi, let's be having you.
I want to go home. I'm not good with exertion, not like pitmen, painters, builders or surgeons. You've got me here under some false pretenses. This nightshirt won't even cover my expenses. I'm freezing cold and getting frostbite. Who knows what might drop off tonight?
The spirit looked down through the frosty night air and pointed at youths on the pavement just there.
Do you know those 4 boys, so happy and free?
Why, that's young Billy, Elliot, Tommy and me. We're off to a show, the best that there was. A magician from Melbourne, the Wizard of Oz.
Why the tears? By Jerusalem. You're crying, but nobody's ill and nobody's dying.
Spirit was a dancer that made me feel conned. A round-heeled woman who was legally blonde. I was a dreamboat. Petticoats swirled in my wake. A lady killer. Women were mine for the take. I knew 39 steps. I danced a mean jig, but she made me feel like a right Peppa Pig.
When they had landed, the ghost he now beckoned. Scrooge saw the spirits. This was the second.
Now you listen to me. Relax, don't be tense. I'll show you inadmissible evidence. Theatres will close by month, week and day. The first of this you will see come 3 days in May. But all this can change with the things that you do, and people will worship, go crazy for you. You'll pen your life, forget abuse that's been hurled. It shall be named Playboy of the Western world. You can change all of these things. Nothing's been set. You and we 3 make $1 million quartet. Once it is done, you'll debut at the Pinter. No more a mouse, but the lion in winter.
The ghost he then turned. The ghost he then turned. Didn't utter a word. He lifted his head. This was Spirit the Third.
A skeletal finger appeared through his cloak. Pointing the way through the mist and the smoke.
Scrooge gasped. A theatre appeared through the mist. His head was spinning. He felt almost...
Hist.
Said the spirit.
And hearken to me. This is the future, how the theatres will be. If you have your way, if you have your say, no longer bright and buzzing and gay. No sounds of laughter from girl or boy. No tears on their cheeks of innocent joy. Just a cold, dark husk, an empty shell. Are you content with this vision of hell? No work for staff, crew or actor, destined for evenings in front of X Factor.
I'll have my say, Spirit. You've had yours.
Said Scrooge.
Let me in. Open the doors. All these years now I've been so in the wrong. I want music and dancing, drama and song. Weave your magic. What do you say? If it's any good, I might even pay.
Just then the stage exploded with light.
Scrooge took his seat and prepared for the sight.
The curtain went up, the actors came on, and soon any doubts or quibbles were gone.
Scrooge loved every moment and laughed till he cried.
which was odd, because it said Death and the Maiden outside.
From that night on, Scrooge learned to love shows.
He invested his money where anything goes.
New music, new costumes, new acts he did sponsor.
And brought down the prices to only a oncer.
The West End was saved, and joy did he bring.
To millions of punters, their kith and their kin.
So, now we've come to the end of our rhyme.
Don't be a Scrooge this Christmas time.
Give to our cause and raise a cheer.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
That was fantastic. The 39 steps. Amazing. Oh boy, you wouldn't want to follow that unless you do a fantastic show with a wonderful cast, and that's exactly what's following the 39 steps. We have Legally Blonde. Absolutely wonderful. Now more joy. Will Barrett is about to open in Sweeney Todd, but before he does, he's here right now for us. Here's Will Barrett.
I sat upon your knee. I wrote to you with childhood fantasies. Well, I'm all grown up now. Can you still help somehow? I'm not a child, but my heart still can dream. So here's my lifelong wish, my grown-up Christmas list, not for myself, but for a world in need. No more lives torn apart, and wars would never start, and time could heal all hearts. Every man would have a friend, and right would always win, and love would never end. This is my grown-up Christmas list. What is this illusion called the innocence of youth? Maybe only in that blind belief can we ever find the truth. There'd be no more lives torn apart, and wars would never start, and time could heal all hearts. Every man would have a friend, and right would always win, and love would never end. This is my grown-up Christmas list. This is my only lifelong wish. This is my grown-up Christmas list.
Oh, you'd be on many people's Christmas list, Will. Absolutely lovely. Thank you very much. I absolutely am in awe of the talent that's on the stage this evening. What an incredible amount of talent tonight. And thank you all so much, because you're doing an incredible job there in the West End for not much pay, very many hours, and you are sensational. All of you, all of you. Now we come to the last part of the evening, I'm afraid. And I think, am I right in thinking that your leading lady has joined you? Am I right? Yes. Yeah, well, there's a new leading lady in the West End. I know her. She's absolutely divine. She's an honestly sweet, lovely, gorgeous girl. And she's joining them tonight. Kimberly Walsh and Shrek the Musical. What a lovely way to end this evening. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please give a big, warm round of applause to David Pendlebury. David.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, again. I don't know what to say, really, because every year we put the call out to all the musical directors and various people in the West End, and we sit and we wait, and every year we get the calls from everybody saying that they'd love to be involved. And year on year, it just seems to get better and better, and words fail me. To know how generous and supportive everybody is in the West End, because I know that everybody's been working so hard and also doing bucket collections for us throughout the last week or so. So on behalf of everybody at the charity and everybody that's going to benefit from all the monies you've raised, a huge, huge, huge thank you to all the singers, all the musical directors, all the arrangers, the composers, the lyricists. I know we've got some here tonight. A massive, massive thank you to you all, because tonight wouldn't even happen without any of you. So thank you so much.